The question of cremation. The question of cremation is a question that unfortunately comes up often. Jewish families want to know, if a loved one passed away, is it permitted to cremate that person? Are you allowed to cremate them instead of burying them in a cemetery? And the answer is no, but the reason is what's important. The Torah says that there's a mitzvah to bury, there's a commandment to bury someone who passes away. And it says, Lo tali nivlato, in the book of Deuteronomy, it says you're not supposed to delay the burial because God's image rests on a person. A person is God's creation, and so by burial we show dignity to God's creation, we show the respect that we have to that person, and there's a positive commandment to bury a person. Now, when you cremate a person, the mitzvah of burial is no longer there. You can no longer bury a person when they're not there. Furthermore, it says that the reason you're not allowed to leave a body out is because it is a desecration of the dignity and the God's image that rested on that person. And so, cremating is also a show of desecration and denigration to the body of the deceased. What's most respectful in the Jewish perspective is to bury the person the way that they passed away, after having the rituals that take place, such as tachrichim, clothing them with the clothing that are traditionally put on people that are set for burial. And then there's another very important perspective, and that is the perspective of tchiyat hametim. Tchiyat hametim is one of the 13 principles of Jewish faith, and that is the principle that those who died will be resurrected. Now, of course, we believe that people are going to be resurrected regardless of how they died. People who were burned in Auschwitz and in the camps in the Holocaust, of course, they'll be resurrected even though they have no body left. However, cremation is a show that we don't believe really that the body is going to get up. We don't believe in resurrection, and so cremation is sort of, in a way, a disregard for this principle of tchiyat hametim, and therefore it's so important to make sure that bodies aren't cremated. Finally, another very important reason, in the book of Amos, Amos says to the king of Edom, you have burnt your rival's body, and I will punish you, because it's such a show of disrespect. Yes, he was your rival. Yes, you were at war. Yes, you had to fight with him and kill him. But al shlosha pish'ei Edom ve'al achat lo ashivenu. I will not forgive you desecrating their body. Take a look at the description box below this video to see the full verse, the full story from the book of Amos. But the idea is that the desecration of a body is something that is very contradictory to the Jewish perspective. And so the bottom line is, it's very important to bring every Jew to Kever Israel, to a proper Jewish burial, and cremation is obviously not in line with that value. Now, some people ask, what about putting a body in a sort of shelf in the ground, which is now actually common in Har HaMenuchot in Israel. It's a practice that's described in the Mishnah and the Talmud. That's how people used to bury in Israel, not necessarily in the ground, but in sort of caves, and that is consistent with Jewish law. So you should know no mourning, no grief, or anything bad, but thank you so much for listening, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thank you.